Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to I'm Awake edition of This Is Our Life. After more than a day and a half of no sleep and several hours at the emergency room, believe me, we both slept. I slept a lot. Well, I probably almost killed my wife with my snoring. That's probably why she got up, because I snore.
I stabbed with my knitting needles.
Uh-oh. So, anyway, the reason for this video, before I get long-winded, because I tend to do that, I've been taking medicine bottles. I'm not going to show you like the names and numbers and stuff, but see, this is one of my medicines. I put it all into one bottle, and I have another bigger bottle, a bottle this size, that I put all of that medicine into one bottle. Okay, this is the beginning of one of our survival fishing kits. This is the other one. They have the same things in them, just different size bottles, that's all. I may have to switch this to a bigger bottle because I want to put a few small bobbers in each of these. So this is just a beginning. I can't find my little plastic case that I have my fishing kit in, so I can't. I want to get some poppers and put in here. So I'm going to show you. And we have kittens, so I have to be like really careful. This is 50-pound test. You know, we wouldn't need to use this a whole lot, but it's very flexible, and it's cloth, more like a cloth than plastic. And I think even though it's 50-pound test, it would be better than 50-pound test in the plastic stuff. So there are assorted hooks. I know you can't see them very well, but assorted size hooks. And there are assorted sinkers. I tried to, well, with the sinkers, I tried to put them in as evenly as I could. The hooks, on the other hand, I just kind of pulled a bunch out and put into one, pulled a bunch out and put in the other. There are quite a few of each size, except for the largest size, because there weren't that many of them. And the largest size sinkers, there weren't that many of them. So far, it's assorted hooks, sinkers, and that's about a dozen yards of line. And somewhere, I don't know where, because I thought I knew where it was, but it's not there. Um, I have a spool of like 30 or 35-pound test. I'm gonna do, the same thing with that. I'm gonna make a little loop of it. What I did with this, is I took the, you know what a spider is that you use like when you're using a wok or you're deep frying? Took the handle, the end of the handle, and I wrapped it around. I pulled off about a dozen yards of this, and then I wrapped it around the tip, and then when I got, and then I just, tied it off. You can see, so there's about I mean, I don't know exactly, but about a dozen yards. Um, and there's plenty of it left on the spool because it's over 100 yards of line on that spool. Next thing I'm going to show you is what I've done so far with the arrow tips. You have to be careful here because these are really sharp. I have half a dozen of these. They were supposed to be on sale. Well, I don't know, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, or clearance, I should say. But I don't know, something,
Walmart's are screwed up on that.
yeah, they are. And then I have target points in there as well. I'm probably not going to keep it in here, but this is a relatively small container, so that's why it's in here. If I do keep it in here, I'm going to put something inside on the bottom to help protect the arrow points from puncturing it. And to keep things from making a lot of noise, because if you're having to hump it, you know, it's going to make noise. I'm going to take cotton balls or something. It may not be cotton balls. Right now, that's my idea. And stuff it in there, and that'll help with the sound. Now, I wonder if they're over there on the, I don't see them over there. I have 3 spools of this heavy thread. This is white.
The green one's up there on the top shelf.
It is, okay. And I have a green and a brown. And what I'm going to do, because for those who don't know, my dad was in the Army. And what he had done is he had made his own sewing kit. I don't think he used thread quite this heavy, but my mother sewed, so, you know, he had access to a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to find something about if you take this and maybe a third of the width of this right here, and what he did was he took a bunch of different colored threads and he wrapped it, and then wrapped, you know, in there a little section and a little section, a little section, and there was just a little space between each one. Then he took straight pins and stuck them through the thread. Okay, and then there were assorted buttons in the case. It was a little plastic case, like a little pocket, and you could button the you know, the top down on it. And it was shaped like this, probably about this size, but it was plastic. It wasn't exactly clear though, and the top folded down and it would button. But you had safety pins, straight pins, sewing needles, and the thread and assorted buttons. But so far I haven't gotten very far with the sewing kits. These are going to be the sewing kits right here. Actually, they're the same size bottles. Right now, these are just sewing needles. That's all that's in there right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find something. Now, I could use this plastic, but if I cut this plastic, it might cut through the thread. It can cut your fingers, so you don't want that. A heavy-duty piece of cardboard, but not too thick. That's what my dad used. Like something like this, a file folder, maybe a little stiffer. He used something like that. And anyway, so what I'll do is I'll take this thread and I'll just wrap it around it. I'm not sure I really need any other colors than the green, the brown, and the white. I think those 3 colors would suffice. The other things I want to get to put into the sewing kits, and I might even be able to get to put it into a smaller container. Straight pins, safety pins, small safety pins. Because if you're sewing something together, sometimes you need to safety pin it together to keep it to the, you know, the way you want to sew it. You don't want it coming apart. You want to keep it together. A few straight pins, some safety pins, the thread, of course. You know, let me tell you what I was doing. See if I can find it. I have so much stuff up here. Here it is, I think. Yeah. It came in this. And actually, there's the cardboard backing up here somewhere that it was on. And but at first I was just putting two of each, or I don't remember. Anyway, I was one or two of each in here in each one, but then I was like, well, I bought it for this, so why am I saving them? So I put them all, I divide them half and half into each bottle. The only thing I can think of that I'm going to want to do that I haven't mentioned yet is I'm going to want to put something in there that could be used as a pin cushion. And I want to put a thing of wax in each one. Wax could be used as a pin cushion. The wax, you can wax the thread, you can wax the needle. Um, so, you know, wax might be what I wind up using as a for a pin cushion. I don't know, but so there is actually something that came out of something, if that makes much sense. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm not saying what it came out of because I don't remember. As like a piece of foam that I could cut into several, because it's like square, and I could cut it and, you know, stack it up so it'll go in there. But this might wind up being moved to another container and used for another fishing kit instead of having one this size and one that size. Because like I said, I want to put a few bobbers, at least 3 bobbers in each one. They don't have to be large, just, you know, and you can use cork. Let's say you're in a survival situation and you want to put some lines out. You don't want to sit there. If you put those red and white bobbers out, that red is going to attract somebody. The white is going to attract someone. Of course, if it's snowing like it is here, and you have 5 feet of snow on the ground like we do here, then nobody's going to see the white, but they'll see the red. Of course,
well,
you couldn't even, well, actually, it'd be covered up.
Snow sticks to it.
Yeah. Actually, the lakes and ponds right now, you couldn't fish in. You'd have to put a hole in it, so it would be obvious that you were fishing. But you could take a line and tie it to a tree limb or whatever. And I guess if you're doing it that way, I wouldn't even use a bobber. Because you're not even going to be there when the fish takes it. And so, but if you're actually sitting there fishing, having a bobber would be nice. Not necessary, but it would be nice. So you know what? I'm just gonna empty out this, because the reason I got these are little bait hooks. The reason I got them was for the kit. So why am I saving them in here? I need to put them into the kit. But I guess that's all I have to say right now. So I was able to take, I have a list of some things we need to get, and I was able to mark them off because we got a headlamp for my wife, which is probably a lot better and brighter than the one I have. And so that's marked off. See, these are this is from the first package we bought of the arrow tips. And the second package, it was all bent up, and so it just fell apart. The packaging pretty much just fell apart.
Plastic was shot.
Yeah, they should have just given us a discount for that because of that. This is the hooks. So, anyway, I guess that's all I have to say right now. I'm going to have to make a little kit for the eyeglasses with stuff to clean them with, those little screwdrivers that you can get to fix them with. But I don't know where I'm going to put that. But, you know, medicine bottles come in handy, and if you take as much medicine as we do, then you wind up having a lot of medicine bottles. Hold on, sweetie. So, anyway, that's all I have to say. I hope you like it. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, please feel free to leave them. Thank you. Have a good day.